Hey guys, I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, and the one I'm going to do today is kind of random, but my husband just came home the other day and told me that somebody at work had made him a sandwich that was really, really good and healthy. So we got all the ingredients and we are copying, I don't even know whose recipe, but so what you need for this sandwich is some whole wheat good bread, avocado, tomato, sprouts, and some hummus. We're using the Sabra red pepper. We got the Sabra garlic one time and we did not like it. So the red pepper worked out better. And this is probably more for my lunch than my kids, but I'm going to make them a sandwich and have them just eat like a quarter of it or something with something else. Just kind of see how they like it. I'm gonna actually toast the bread. I have a little helper here. She insists on being up on the step stool in here helping me. You say hi? Hi. Hi. She was 18 months old yesterday, and you guys, this is just crazy. She's my last baby. As some of you know, my husband and I decided that for us, 5 was about all we could handle. Not only financially, but physically and health-wise for me. Pregnancy has just been really, really hard on my body, and that's about all I could do. So he actually had a vasectomy, so she is my last baby. And she's 18 months old, so she's not even a baby. She's a toddler. Makes me want to cry. And later on I'm going to do a video as to why I haven't done a video in a while. And it has a lot to do with my health. And I want to do a video about Hashimoto's because that is the basis to all of my health problems. But I will do that later. I need to do that when my kids are asleep, and right now we have kids watching a movie while I make lunch and somebody over there writing a book on the computer. She's requested to do that. But I'm gonna make this sandwich for you, and I assure you it is delicious. With sandwiches, to me, they can't be dry or I'm not gonna eat it. So this helps to kind of replace maybe your mayo or whatever. And I know you can make paleo mayo as well. I just have yet to do that. So we're gonna use Sabra today. So let me see if I can get this to show you what's going on down here. So I'm going to lay out my bread here that I've toasted, by the way. Got avocado here. Yesterday we cut this avocado open, and so it's a little bit brown, but it's still good. My husband used to work as a cook in a restaurant. In fact, he was the head chef for a while, so he knows how to professionally cut all of this stuff up a lot better than I do. I guess I don't do too bad, but could definitely do better. So, you know, I got out this knife, and my baby, it's just a butter knife, so it wasn't gonna hurt her, but she grabbed it and she was playing with it. Moved it on me. Okay, so I'm gonna just put some of this, and I like a lot of the red pepper out of the hummus. My kids probably won't like so much of it. I'm just making 2 sandwiches, one for me and one for my kids to share. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and basically butter or hummus both sides. Like I said, I'm not a dry sandwich kind of a gal. Okay, and then we can put on our avocado. Sliced it up, but I left it in the peel while I sliced it. So now I need to get the peel off. Of course, avocados are messy, and I'm just now starting to try and change my diet a little bit to help with some of my health problems. So I haven't had a lot of experience in using avocados, which is going to sound crazy to a lot of you. Probably use them all the time, but I don't usually like the texture of them, so it's something I have to get used to. But I'm just going to layer the bottom layer of avocado on the sandwiches here. It's basically the meat to the sandwich. It's protein, but it kind of gives your taste buds that meat texture. And avocados are just, I know they're just really good for you, so I'm trying to get used to using them a lot more. They're also on sale at Sam's Club right now, so that didn't hurt. We just, let's see, Sam's Club here just opened. Let me try and remember now when it opened. It opened in March, so it has only been open like 3 months. We were having to travel an hour and a half to get to a Costco or a Sam's Club, which, you know, I like Costco better, but they built a Sam's Club here in town, and so now we're Sam's Club people. And that's pretty much the only place I shop now. Every once in a while I'll run to Walmart for something that Sam's Club doesn't carry, but for the most part, if Sam's Club does not carry it, I don't need it. So, I don't want that in there. Okay, we need some tomato, which I love tomato. My kids, some of them love them, about half love them and half don't. So we'll see how this lunch goes. I don't know if they're gonna like it or not, but you know, I'm not one of those moms that makes whatever it is my kids want. They eat what I make, with the exception of my baby. Every once in a while, there's certain textures she still can't get used to. So every once in a while I will give her something to curb her appetite along with whatever we have, because I know she won't eat a lot of whatever we're eating, and I don't want her to be starving. So that may end up causing us some problems when she gets older. I hope not. Turn those over. I like salt on my tomatoes. And you know, I was using sea salt, the Kirkland brand sea salt, which I love, for the longest time. And that was it. I wasn't using any other kind of salt, probably for like a year and a half. And I started having all these health problems, and I'm not blaming it completely on not having iodine in my diet, but I wasn't replacing iodine in my diet at all. And I know that iodine is an important thing, so I started using regular salt again every once in a while, along with some sea salt on every now and again. I'm just using alfalfa sprouts now, putting those on top. I'm learning more and more how healthy, like alfalfa sprouts and celery is really a lot healthier than I ever realized. Celery juice is really healthy, so. Okay, so that's it, guys, but look how fat that sandwich is and delicious, and I'm telling you, it's to die. So, get out some plates for my kids. I'm just gonna order this sandwich out for them. Pick it up with two hands like this.
want to.
And if some of it slips out, that's okay. Two hands. No, like this, 2 hands. Lean over your plate. Just bite whatever you can. You can use your fingers, it's not going to hurt you.
I've never tasted this one before.
The sandwich is amazing.
These look like. What do you think of it, Leighton? No. 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 Do you like it? But is it okay? No. No? You like chocolate. Why don't you drink the water? What's this like big green stuff? That's called an avocado. I really like avocado. You make guacamole out of avocado. What is kind of salsa? I wish we could eat the seed, but we can't. What? Alfredo. That's the seed that forms the avocado. So big. I'm just a little fine. I'm just fine with it a lot. You like it? Just you don't like the avocado, right? I really like it. I'm just going to eat it after my friend. Okay, don't talk with your mouth full. Put tomatoes in here. It's like soggy because of the tomato juice. You want to take the tomatoes off?
Excuse me for, he just needs a nap really bad, so he's having an early nap.
Everyone's going to bite. We have to. Just of the bread.
So part of the reason why I have a hard time going to a healthier diet with more fruits and vegetables is because of my kids being so picky. I don't want to make stuff that they absolutely will not eat and make them go hungry. But I've kind of gotten to a place where I'm like, you know what? I want them to be healthier as they grow up as well. I don't want them to end up with some of the health problems I've had, so.
You're getting it overboard.
This is one of my kids right here that maybe doesn't like what I'm giving her, but she doesn't cry and complain about it. So we got done with school probably about a month ago, maybe. Trying to think. Yeah, it was just about a month ago. And without the schoolwork during the day to keep these kids entertained, they get really bored.
Try to blow it now.
And let's be real, my husband is a tech sergeant supporting 5 people in Georgia where the only thing that's not expensive is gas, and we don't use a lot of that right now anyway. So we don't have the funds to be going here and there all the time. We have a fun backyard, but it's so hot here that they don't even want to go outside. And there's so many bugs, and there's snakes, and...
Yeah, we have a hole that's in our fence and snakes keep slithering.
So I have been taking them for walks in the morning, and even that they complain about because by 8 o'clock in the morning it's already like so hot we're sweating to death. but we do that a few times a week.
And we still see dead snakes before we go on walks. Like we saw
seen a
today.
couple dead snakes.
And a couple red bugs. Rainbow bugs. A bunch of them.
So
And a couple
we
dead
have a neighborhood pool. That's always fun, but lately it's been, right now there's Tropical Storm Cindy, I think, down in Louisiana and Alabama, near the coast of those, and it's been sending a lot of bad weather our way, so we haven't been able to go to the pool that often. Obviously, we can't swim when it's thundering and lightning, which has been happening almost every single day.
I remember when Dad did
And only 2 of my kids can swim on their own, so I have to watch 3 littler kids, and so I don't like to take them by myself anyway. I'd rather not have one of my kids drown on my watch, so I have to wait for their dad to get home to be on the safe side. And we've been doing a lot of games, like I play a lot of games with the kids. They've been watching movies, but they do get cooped up. We like to do play dates with our friends, but it's like flu season here does not ever end. So we hang out with friends and we end up getting sick, and then we're sick for 2 weeks because for the flu or something to run through 7 people, it takes a long time to get over such things. And as a mom of 5 kids, like I can't be sick. I mean, I don't get sick days. So the last thing we had was influenza A, and then a week later got strep, and trying to take care of 5 kids through all of that was just ridiculous. And you know, I honestly think that boredom is kind of good for kids. They learn how to make up their own games, they learn how to play together, and their imagination takes flight. Anyway, well, that's about how that went, and as you can see, I love it. It would be a great sandwich if you want it for you and if your kids are willing to eat healthy stuff. But my kids, they are picky little stinkers, so it doesn't go so well when we want to do it here. Anyway, we'll see you later.